Hey, who's in the room? Pop up and say hello. Just going to throw a few peeps to join and then we'll get stuck in. Hey guys. Hey Sasha. I'm just going to... Oh, for goodness sake, what am I doing? Oh, I've got fat finger syndrome today, you guys. Hey guys. Hey Tracy. Hey Alyssa. Hey Witchy World. How's it going, my sweethearts? Right then, I'm doing some $5 reads. You've got option to pay either through either pay through the super chat option, or I'm popping a link on now if you prefer PayPal. I've got my phone to one side, so I'll get your notifications coming through on the PayPal, and obviously for the super chats, I will see them on the screen. And we'll do this. I wanted to do it, you know, for my normal Sunday super chat, but it's my sister-in-law's birthday tomorrow. She's 40, and I've got to go round there. You know what I mean? I don't know what time I'm going to get back, so I thought I may as well do this today. So, yes, Alyssa, $5 US. So yes. And don't forget, you know, we do the Monday Funday as well, which is free. But obviously, that's what I sort of got in the routine of doing is I do 1 day, 1 hour every week where it's free. And then I also do 1 day, 1 hour, or however long it takes to do the $5 reads. Yeah, you can either do your $5 in the super chat, Alyssa, or click that link that I've just posted and you get it through PayPal. I'll keep posting that link as I go. I'll just copy and paste it. It's just easier that way. And like I say, I will get them as they come through on my phone here. But I tell you what, you guys, Mercury retrograde is fucking pissing me off. I've had enough. It's all technology for me. That's what it is. It's all technology, you know. And having to fork out for it, you know what I mean? Like last week, there was so many repairs my car needed, and I've had to pay out, you know, a lot of money to get that sorted. And luckily, I got it sorted. But then within 2 days of my car getting back on the road, the other laptop goes bust. Got a virus, and it wiped everything. And I mean everything. I'm furious. And I've got to pay to get that repaired as well. So that's what this Mercury retrograde is throwing at me. But you know what? Mercury retrograde can kiss my fucking ass at this point. I can't wait for it to go direct on Monday. I swear to God. It's the worst one in like 5 or 10 years. I think so too. Honest to God, I think so too. It's just one of them things, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely horrendous for technology. This has been internet's been going funny, and also, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know they said we're supposed to have another storm this weekend, so that's probably going to cause a little bit of hassle, but at the same time I'm sort of like, oh, when's it gonna end? I'm so fed up. Alyssa Loren, sweetheart, may I ask what is coming towards me and Martin Fernandez in the nearest future? Can I just get hey Bob, my wonderful friend Trinity Light, Alyssa, can I just get your sun sign and Martin's sun sign, and then we'll get you sorted. We'll do you first. I've got your super chat, babe. You are in the list. Hey 33. Good evening to you too, beautiful. I was just going to get our dear Alyssa's sun sign. He's a Sag. And I'm a Cap. No problem, my darling. Let's do this. Okay. What is coming towards our dear Alyssa and Martin? He's a Sag, she's a Cap. What's coming towards this couple or two people in the near future? What do we see coming towards them in the near future? Okay, I've got the Seven of Swords reversed with the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Sun in the reverse, the Lovers in the reverse. Oh dear. And the Two of Cups reversed. Now, this doesn't have to happen. This doesn't have to happen. Whether it's him accusing you, Alyssa, or you accusing him, someone's being accused of something that they might not necessarily have done, or it might not be what you think it is, okay? Maybe it's to do with space, because I've got the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe there's a bit of insecurity regarding, you know, if you think that he just wants space and maybe he's not paying you enough attention or affection or whatever. And I just see you feeling like a little bit, not pushed out in a sense, but just a little bit, you know, like, am I in the way kind of thing. They're basically saying, look, there's issues surrounding you not knowing where you stand. The calmer you are about this, the better. You know, the more that we start getting all dramatic and anxious and etc., the worse this is going to get. I mean, they're basically saying, look, if we carry on with the panic and the anxiety and the frustration, this isn't going to work out. They're basically just saying, can we start being a bit more rational, okay? And if he's the one accusing you or trying to make out that you ain't got enough time for him, you know, again, this is just about honest communication, you know. And if you're struggling to get communication with this guy, it's for the sheer fact that he's, like I say, there just seems to be something very dramatic here that I think he's trying to keep out the way of, if I'm honest. It's almost like we're trying to avoid drama at every turn. And the thing is with the Lovers in the reverse and the upright, I always say, you know, it's just two people who should be together, but there's this barrier in the way. If you can overcome it, it'll probably survive. But in the reverse, I see it as letting the barrier get in the way. And it's that choice between heart and head as to whether or not the barrier that's stopping you two from making this work, you know, can be removed. I think an honest communication is definitely needed. An honest conversation is definitely needed here, okay? Because I'm sort of seeing something that might otherwise work falling apart for the sheer fact that someone's too insecure, too dramatic, and too much in the head. I think if we calm things down, this has potential. But again, we need to keep things very calm in order for it to get there, okay? So, like I say, it's not all lost yet. It's not all lost yet, my sweetheart. Let me throw some romance angels. Look, I've got stay optimistic in finances and career. If you're feeling like he's too busy for you, he is genuinely working hard, and maybe that's where the accusation is. You know, when he's been saying he's working, are you thinking somewhere else? Again, with the stay optimistic, there is no need to be pessimistic about this. It's your own insecurities that's going to ruin this, if I'm perfectly honest. And we just need to calm things down and just think a bit more rationally. I personally don't see any reason for this to come to an end. I don't. I know you're putting a lot of crying emojis and broken heart. I think that shows, no offense, you know, that you're taking this over the top. And I want you to try and calm down a little bit. And I want, again, Spirit's advising, let's be more rational. You know, if someone says he ain't got time, or he's working, or he's just a little bit sort of aloof at the moment, he's trying to work on his finances. They're basically saying, you have got to stay positive. Any drama, any over the top emotion is going to ruin this. You've got to calm down. Yes, because we fought big time, hon. Yes, it's time to calm things right down. This can be saved but it's going to require so much effort on your part to get over your own insecurities, okay? That's the advice that they've put forward. You've got some work to do, my sweetheart, okay? Right then. Like I say, if you can sort your son out, I don't see any reason why this has to end. Right, let's move on to the next. So, the next was our dear M. Hey, Kay, what's up with a job for me? Will it happen? Let's take a look, my sweetheart. Seryan M. Do we see a job on the horizon? You're so welcome, Melissa. Right. Do we see a job on the horizon in the near future? Can you see if there's any time frame there for M? I say the same as M there. Logic over emotion. Absolutely. In this case, yes. Right then. M. Do we see a job on the horizon for our dear M? Hey. Okay, I've got the Hierophant. Sweetie, you need to commit yourself a little bit more to this job, hon. I know you've been trying really hard, and we spoke the other week. Well, not a few days ago, but they're just sort of saying, yeah, you're on the fence here, okay? It's almost like I think you've been willing, and I think the effort has been there, but they're basically saying, can we up the ante just a bit more? Sometimes you have to pester and pester and pester. I've got this that's come out. Do you know, looking at that, a job that either already has refused you or one that you're applying for that could say no, don't let it slide. Don't let it slide. If they send you a letter or give you a phone call saying not this time, ring them back up and say, no, I am the perfect candidate. And show your confidence. They're basically saying someone who refuses you, someone who refuses you, you can't give up. Go back to them. Don't take no for an answer. Just call them up and say, no, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm going to turn up on Monday. And I'm not leaving till you give me a job because I know I can do it. Somebody wants to see that level of confidence in you. Look, we've got an offer coming through, sweetie. Seriously, that's the thing with the Five of Pentacles. It's being pushed away, but then invited back. So if I were you, and let's think about this logically, I'm going to clarify this Five of Pentacles a bit more for you, because I think we need to narrow this down, but I'm quite excited. Okay, the Six of Wands reversed with the Nine of Swords reversed. Don't be afraid to push. And the Fool in the reverse. You don't want to take a risk on it. That's the thing. But I think you should. Oh, Six of Swords out. Seriously, I've got a fucking offer coming in for you. I've got the Knight of Cups, but the Six of Cups is reversed. So it's not necessarily something that you would overly enjoy. But at the same time, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, right, this is something where you have been overlooked for stupid reasons. It's almost like someone's took a look at your CV, your resume, and they've overlooked you for a really silly reason. And I think you need to call these motherfuckers back up and say, right, I'd like an explanation of why I wasn't considered, because I think I've been perfect for this job. And so you, Sam. And so, you know, be pushy. Be that pushy biatch that you are. I think someone may give you another look and say, right, even if they say, oh, we've got someone on probation, we'll keep you on the sideline in case that fails. It's something. I'll just see someone you've already gone to giving you a second look. You know what I mean? So definitely push it. Definitely push it, because I see an offer coming through, like I say. Right, let's move on. Don't worry, guys. You know, I've got you in the list. And if anybody would rather pay by PayPal, I am posting the link. Sometimes it benefits to do it via PayPal, because as we all know, YouTube take a fucking cut off the super chats. Not that I'm complaining too much, but you know how it goes. So yes, Tracy, you're up next, my darling. My question is that I'm stuck trying to figure out what career path it is. Tracy, what is your sun sign, darling? And we'll have a look into this. Tracy, what's your sun sign? Do let me know, darling. Libra, okay. So our dear Tracy's a little bit stuck on the career path. Do we have any advice for her? Libra female Tracy. Oh, Mahoney. Do we have any advice for Tracy regarding career path? Okay, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. I've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Death is in the reverse. And the Three of Wands. The Knight of Cups. And I've got the Five of Cups in the reverse. Let me clarify that 5. Temperance. All right, one more on that. Justice. Right, I have got some relatively decent cards here to say that you are going to be able to find something that you want to do. In a roundabout way, they're sort of saying follow your heart, but the Knight of Cups is that messenger coming through with some real good news. But you've got to put yourself out there, and that's death in the reverse. It's that lack of change, that lack of transformation in transforming this situation. Do you know what I mean? I've got a case of good timing coming through for you. So let's see. I've got humility and kindness. So maybe these are aspects as to the job that you should be doing. Is this something to do with care? Is this something to do with looking after other people? You know, some sort of support work or something like that where your heart may lie. They're basically saying, whatever, you know, follow your heart when it comes to this one. You know, you ask the right questions, you speak to the right people. Seems like you've got some positive news coming your way. You don't want to regret passing up on opportunities. And I sort of think, again, you know, the more effort we put in to the search, the more we broaden our options. And it's again, every option is that opportunity that you're waiting for. Waiting around at this point isn't going to serve you. You know, again, I'm going to say the same to you as what I said to Em. You really do need to up the ante. And, you know, even if you feel you haven't got the right qualifications to do what it is you'd really love to do, go back to the drawing board. People do apprenticeships, you know what I mean? Even as we get older, apprenticeships are definitely sort of still options for us. So I definitely think you need to go back to the drawing board. And you have to do what's right. And at the end of the day, doing something where your heart lies is a very karmic kind of thing. It's a karmic way to live your life, let's be honest. And I think that's why justice is here, because, you know, you're headed into a karmic cycle. So you need to be pushed in the right direction. Start following your heart, my darling. Seriously, I see an offer coming through if you do. Even if it is small, even if we have to start from scratch, it's an offer, it's something. You're getting your foot in the door. That's the main thing, darling, okay? I wish you all the best. You have to let us know how you get on. Right then, let's take a look at the next one. Witchy World, our dear Michelle. Roll with it. I love it. She's just straight in there, roll with it. Oh, you're very welcome, Tracy. Right then, Michelle. What message do you have for Michelle? Roll with it. Michelle. All right, we've got a few here. Oh, good God. The Four of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Michelle, I've got your. I did it, didn't I? I haven't sent it yet. I've got to fucking send it. I can't believe I nearly forgot that. I intended to send it tonight as well. That one question that you requested. It's been recorded. I've just got to send it over. Send you the link anyway. This is separate from that, thank God. The Tower reversed. No, I don't think it's the Spirit hates you, sweetheart. The King of Swords, right. Someone's accusing you of lying. And I see arguments occurring because of this accusation towards you. It's like you're not, someone's basically in your face like, you're not being honest, you're not being honest, you're not being honest. Stand in your truth. Stand in your truth. You know what the truth is. I just feel like, and this feels incoming, something, it's almost like there's some sort of a conflict brewing here, and you say something that you know damn straight is the truth, and someone tries to call you a liar. And they're basically saying, for one, you shouldn't have to justify yourself, and for two, avoid massive disasters. So if this argument ends up in a bust up in some way and starts escalating, you do not have to stick around. You stand in your truth and you stay there, okay? Somebody else wants to accuse you of something that you know damn straight isn't right. They're basically saying it's one of those things that it's not something you can prove. You know, it could be a he said, she said kind of thing. Again, it don't matter. You know your truth. You do not have to stand there arguing with anybody. You do not have to justify yourself to anybody. And I suggest that the less said, the better. It's a simple case of laugh it off. You're absolutely fucking crazy, and don't dramatize this because it could escalate quite badly. This person is an argumentative person, so it could be we know who, but at the same time, I don't know. It's either someone accusing you of lying about something or going back on your word about something. It's kind of the energy of the Ace of Swords in the reverse, really. So just be aware of that, Michelle. But like I say, as far as what you asked me the other day, I've got to send it. I can't believe I forgot to fucking send you the link. I'll get it to you in a bit once I've hung up here, yeah? Right then. Moving on. Let's see who's up next. Tash Z. Okay, Tash. So, how is Anis currently feeling about me and our connection now that he knows me and Nelson are hanging out tonight? Tash, what is all three of your sun signs, darling? Oh, you've had to go back to work. All right, I'm just going to run with it then. I will run with it, Tash, because you'll be able to watch this when it uploads. So let's see. How does Anis feel about you and our connection now that he knows you and Nelson are hanging out tonight? Okay. So Tash and Nelson are hanging out tonight. She wants to know how Anis feels about that. The effect on Anis. I don't know how you pronounce it, if I'm honest. Three of Cups reverse. Well, yeah, it would be a third party situation, wouldn't it? The Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Nine of Swords. Well, let's just put it like this, Tash. He is a bit insecure about this. He's not all too keen on the fact that you are hanging out with Nelson. And it's making him a little bit anxious, okay? So, yes, you've got him thinking. He's not happy. He's pissed off. That's the Queen Bitch from Hell card. Regardless of gender, this is sort of, yeah, he's pissed off. He's not happy about this. Tash, if you happen to catch this before you see Nelson later, he could absolutely start ignoring you now just to piss you off. He's not happy about it. He's pissed off. He's insecure. He doesn't like this setup at all. So that tells me that he either doesn't want you but doesn't want anyone else to want you, or he's jealous. It's one or the other, okay? So just bear that in mind. That's the effect that you're going to leave on him. Right, let's move on. So up next I have got Estefani. I'm just going to post the PayPal link again, you guys, because like I say, I'm going to keep posting. I know you're all paying with Super Chat, but I'm going to keep posting it because, like I say, it's handy that you've got those options. Estefani, how does Trent feel about me currently? His true intentions. Can you let me know yours and Trent's sun sign, please, Estefani? My sweetheart. Thank you. So let me, yeah, just yours and yeah, he's a Gemini, I'm a Cancer. Got it. I've got it. Right, let's take a look. How does does Gemini male Trent feel about Estefani, who's a Cancer? What's his true intentions towards Estefani? Well, I've got the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, Cupid's arrows, Five of Swords, the Ace of Wands reversed, no. Justice, Four of Swords reversed, and the Five of Wands reversed. Okay, I've got this sort of dynamic here where it's wands are action cards. Maybe it's a little bit more physical than it is emotional. I mean, I'm just going to level with you now, my sweetheart. There's no cups here. You know, if there was anything emotional going on here, I would at least see a cup, and I haven't got any. This feels a hell of a lot more verbal and physical than anything else. I hate to see the Ace of Wands because it's a false start, a false hope, a false promise. And the Five of Swords really is that fighting a losing battle. I think his intentions towards you are very little at this point because but he has his reasons. The Three of Pentacles, he's still learning lessons from the past, you know, from previous relationships. And I think that he is quite happy taking this as slow as possible without having any sort of pressure on it. No complication, no labels. It just feels very, very casual to me. I think there's a definite attraction there. But as far as intentions go, I just feel like he's still enjoying discovering you know, and your personality. I think he's not quite sure as to whether he thinks you click or not at the moment. So that tells me this is still early days, really, in his mind anyway. I think at the end of the day, he's got a lot of stuff to lay to rest, and that's why he's not putting in as much effort as you'd like. This is one of those things where it's casual. It's not that there's anything wrong. There's no cheating going on or anything like that. You know, but he's not made his mind up about you. It's as simple as that. And the reason why is because he just doesn't feel he knows you well enough. You know, sometimes we can know people for months or years, and we still don't know everything about them. And this just seems to me like he's already put his foot in the fire before with somebody else, and he is not going to be jumping out of a frying pan into a fire again. I feel like that's these issues from someone else has left him with. That's why this is just so casual with you. And I think that the best thing for you to do is try not to get your hopes or your expectations too high. Just be in the moment and enjoy it for what it is. At this point in time, they are pointing out that, yes, this could be a false start. So you should be aware of that. At least then, if you're in the know and well informed, you can make an informed decision as to whether you continue this or not. But as they're basically saying at the moment, it's casual and it's staying that way until he makes his mind up. And guess what? He just ain't made his mind up yet. So, yes, you run the risk of wasting your time. That's why they're sort of saying, just enjoy the moment and try not to get ahead of yourself with this one. And yes, it's highly possible that it probably won't go any further than what it already has. So just bear that in mind and try not to overexcite yourself about this, okay? Like I say, if you want to enjoy the moment with him, be in the moment with him. Otherwise, I suggest you actually maybe keep your options open and look elsewhere, okay? Okay. I think I've caught up to speed. I've got a note come through on the PayPal. So, yeah. I hope that helps you out, Estefani, babe. But yeah, no problem, sweetheart, no problem. But yeah, I've come to the end of the list. So I'll hang on and see if anybody else wants to pop up and get them sent a quick reading today. How's everyone's weekend going anyway? Has everyone sort of had a decent day so far? But yes, that, like I was saying earlier, I've absolutely had enough of Mercury retrograde now. Roll on it going pissing direct, because I've had enough. That's the thing. And I actually watched it on Facebook last night, you know. Angelic Reiki Silver and Gold, she's got a Facebook page and she goes live every Friday for an hour. And she did this session last night, and she was talking about, you know, yes, this Mercury retrograde's affecting everybody, but we've got to start rising above it. We've got to keep our vibrations high, because the energy and the way that things are panning out are just trying to pull your energies down. And she's so right. She's so right. Like, I sometimes think now, like, you know, trying to keep my energies high just feels like so much of an effort. But I suppose in a way we've got to keep that up, haven't we? We've got to keep it up. So I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible. I'm not an overly pessimistic person. Like, I can be about certain things, but normally I'm actually quite optimistic about a lot of stuff, you know, and I'm quite ambitious, I like to think. But this has really thrown me this week. It just feels like the minute I get one problem sorted, another problem hits me, and it's just like a never-ending cycle. And I'm just dying for Monday to come, when that bloody planet goes direct. It's doing my head in. It seems like it's really emotional this time around rather than logical. I know, and that's why, like, literally the readings that I've given here, a lot of the personals have been dead similar, you know, that I've been doing. It's literally been like logic over emotion, you know what I mean? And it's like I'm trying to use logic with the shit that's been going wrong this week, because I know that Mercury retrograde tends to bring to the fore issues that need resolving, issues that haven't been resolved, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, okay, on my car, I can understand that. The last thing I need is a crash. So I see the lighter side to that. You know, me and my kids are safe. The car's deemed roadworthy now, you know what I mean? So yeah, I understand that. It just came at a bad time. But the thing with the other laptop that I've been using, you know, because this one that I'm on now, it tends to overheat a little bit. And it has been known to switch itself off because of that. I think I just need a new battery, if I'm honest, which I will get, I'll have to. But the other one, I've got to pay for repairs on it, because I only bought it, not Christmas just gone, the Christmas before. So it's so new, and I spent so much money on that laptop. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things I've got, you know, I've got no choice. I've got to sort it. But I know, I'm trying to think, I know deep down there's a reason for this. I'm just trying to find the damn reason, which you will. And for me, I don't know why, but it always seems to be family situations. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't envy in the slightest. Do you know what I mean? I think I would rather have the issues that I've had this week than have family issues on top. So yeah, I suppose in a way I'm kind of grateful that it's just been superficial stuff. I am grateful in a way for that. I must admit, you know. But like I say, next week should be a hell of a lot lighter with any luck. So, but yeah, what's been occurring anyway with everybody? I've not even caught up much with YouTube, you know. I've not been able to sort of catch up a lot with, not on my channel. I mean, obviously I've got my friends on YouTube as well, like Star Lourdes and Tyler. I know Star Lourdes has released the Hope for Humanity series, and it was well anticipated for that coming back. And I know that she's been doing you know, she's done a couple of videos on it. I've managed to watch the first one. I haven't managed to watch the second. So if you haven't already, go check those out. I managed to sort of catch Tyler as well when he was driving around Las Vegas. And I just sat there watching it, and I thinking to myself, God, I wish the roads over here were that clear. You know, because we're such a small island, and like, you know, our roads are so narrow compared to the US, and like, oh God, seriously. And we've got so much traffic, literally people like park the cars on the damn road. I mean, I could probably liken the whole of the UK to like New York, you know, for the traffic and the amount of bleeding cars on the road and parked cars on the road and stuff like that. And I was just watching his video of him driving around Las Vegas, and I was like, oh, I'd love to stretch a car's wheels on those roads. I really would. Witchy World, how is Charlie and Abby? I miss their faces. They're good. They're really good, to be fair. Yeah. That's an awesome series. It is. The Hope for Humanity. Yeah, it is. I mean, like I say, she's put out some pretty decent content, so definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. But also put out a recommendation for someone who does who lives in Scotland, and I was tutoring her with the tarot, but she's actually a Reiki master, and she just wanted to branch out into the tarot, and she treated me to a distance Reiki session, you know, cam to cam, because obviously I'm in England, she's in Scotland, and yeah, I mean, it's another one that I'd love to. I know I've recommended quite a few Reiki services over the years, but yeah, she's another one that I'd like to sort of add to the list. I did put something in my community tab, a link to a Facebook page, so you know, if you're interested, go for it. She's dead good. You know what I mean? Like, I felt really drained, and I'd had a bit of a rough week at the time that she sorted me out, and she was like, no, okay, let me do this for her. And I was like, oh this is nice. So yeah, like I say, another one that I can recommend. But yes. Oh dear, I've only been going for 40 minutes. It's because nobody's used to seeing me on a Saturday. That's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. I know that. Anyway, you know, if you want to strike up a topic of conversation on the spiritual nature, we can talk about that, because I'm going to try and stay alive for as long as I can. Let me just grab my tissue, because I was a bit bunged up. Again, I still got cold. I'm fed up with it. Oh dear. All right, that's a bit better. Oh yes. I think my chat's just real slow tonight. There must be quite a delay on it. I think I'm going through ascension. Yeah. A lot of people are at the moment, and I think, like I spoke about on my spiritual showdown series, a lot of people are starting to go through ascensions, you know, you know, and a lot of people are having like some crazy shit happen to them, and they don't know why, because they don't even know they're going through an ascension. It seems like everybody's vibrations are starting to rise a little bit, but we're being tested, and that's the thing. And I've been saying this for so long. I mean, let's just look at this from an objective view, okay? I want to explain propaganda to you lot. And I think a lot of you need to understand that, you know, the tried and tested ways of creating propaganda from Nazi Germany haven't gone away. They haven't. And I'm going to tell you why. So who found it funny that as soon as the coronavirus comes out, and is reported coming from Wuhan in China, that your social media has been absolutely fucking flooded by the videos of the Chinese eating anything and everything? Who's noticed it? Show of hands, who's noticed that? And yet, you know, you look back and you think, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't see those kind of videos before. May have been the odd one, but no, now we're being flooded. You can't go on your social media news feeds and not see something like that. I'm just highlighting the obvious. It's propaganda. Believe me. I mean, I'm meditating on the coronavirus, and I can tell you something now. This is not as cut and dry as you think it is. I went to my doctor's last week because, yeah, obviously, as you guys know, I've had a cold for a long time, and they've put me on more steroids. But just out of curiosity, I asked them about it. There was a nurse in the room, and there was my GP in the room, my general practitioner, my actual doctor. And I asked them both, and I said, coronavirus, what's the deal? And they both turned around to me and shook their head and laughed, sniggered it. Even I could have said they sniggered at me, right? No, not at me, but at the situation, and basically said, this is ludicrous. We are more concerned about normal flu than this. And that's just the way it goes. And I'm like, right, okay, so there's no real worry on your part. Not at all. No. We're more concerned about people catching normal flu than this. And I said, do you think it's propaganda? And they both nodded at me. And I'm like, right, okay. So then I get my prescription and I trot off into the pharmacy next door. And the head pharmacist is in. And you got the till where you hand your, prescription over. And on the side of the wall next to the till, there's a big, massive poster talking about coronavirus. And I said to this head pharmacist, and I pointed at the poster and I said, can I just pick your brain about it? I said, I've just asked my GP. I want to know if you're thinking the same. I said, is the media harping this up more than they should? And she looked up at me. She went, absolutely. And she just walked off. Like she didn't want to talk about it. Say, I shit you not. Tanya, now, there's something going on here. There really is. Tia. Hey, Tia. Hi, Kay. I want insight in my career. What do I need to focus on within my career? Tia, if you let me know your sun sign, darling, we'll get stuck into that. Again, I'll just post the PayPal link in case anybody wants to do this via PayPal instead. So there we go. There's some super virus every other year that gets hype. Yes, there's some deaths, but that's the thing. Yes, it's killing people, but it's only killing the elderly and people who already have compromised immune systems and lungs, compromised lungs. It's not killing normal people. It's seriously, I'm telling you now. And when you look at the statistics, say in the US, 500,000 die every year of flu. How many deaths has there been in the US from coronavirus? What, 17? Seriously? Tia, yes, thank you, love. I'm a Scorpio. Oh, double Scorpio. And Gemini moon. Wow, okay. So, Tia wants insight into her career. What should she be focusing on when it comes to her career? Tia. Scorpio, female Tia. What should she be focusing on within her career? Okay, I've got the star in the reverse. You need to be working on your levels of optimism for a start. Confidence too. The 10 of Cups. Damn it, girl. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you've lost love for the job. Why? Why has she lost love for the job? What's going on? The Page of Swords reversed. 3 of Swords. I think it's your colleagues, isn't it? Or is it your boss, the Emperor, that's making it difficult? Okay. Knight of Pentacles. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. The Knight one's in the reverse covering that Emperor. I had to clarify the Emperor because, I needed to know why it's there. But anywho, let's look at this, Tia. Right. So we've lost this love for the job. You've lost your confidence in what you're doing. It just seems like is it worth it? That's really what you're asking me. This isn't about what you need to focus on. Basically, what you're asking me is it worth it? Yes, my boss and supervisors. They're putting too much pressure on you to correct their fuck-ups. That's what this is about, isn't it? Because the Knight of Wands clarified the Emperor, and this is inconsistency where somebody is up to no good. So in other words, there's too many fuck-ups and they're being done on purpose. And obviously with the Three of Swords, this is hurting you because you can see what's going on. And I feel like you've tried to, in a very small way, point out the obvious, like, you know, maybe that didn't have to be done that way, you know what I mean? And I feel like you have tried to point out there, but I don't think you've been brazen enough. And it's hard because you can't exactly go any higher. With the Knight of Pentacles speaks of slow progress. If it wasn't you, this is the thing, this is what really bugs me about your energy in this reading. You love what you do. You can't stand this job anymore because of the fucking people you're working with. So you work for the post office, yeah. I think at the end of the day, what's really got to happen now is this barrier that's stopping you from either going to the right people or applying for a different position in a different department. Whatever's stopping you doing that is ridiculous, and it's an excuse. Either get yourself transferred to a new department or bypass what you're afraid to bypass. It's not that you can't go higher, it's that you don't want to go higher. Why? What are you so afraid of? I'm looking at, seriously, I'm looking at a like, you know, I always hate to see the star in the reverse, and not for a bad reason. Basically, it's to say that you're fucking hopeless and pessimistic about this. And the star comes in to say you should be more hopeful that this can be solved, that this can be corrected, because there is a way, and you're overlooking it. So whenever we see the star, it's telling me that you're too pessimistic and you really do need to start thinking more positively about this and taking the right kind of action instead of burying your head. There, you can do this. You can do this. If I'm perfectly honest, I don't see any repercussions for your managers or your supervisors. I'm just going to be straight with you. So yeah, you could be banging your head against a brick wall with that one, but I kind of feel like a transfer of some sort is definitely available and on the cards. Okay, so I'd take that. I'd go down that route. Yes. Right then. That helps you out, my sweetheart. Right then, we had another one come through from Tasha again. To me, it seems like he doesn't want me and doesn't want anyone else. Yeah, any advice on what's to come between us? You do want a future. See, that's the thing. I mean, like I said earlier for you, Tash, you know, you're spending the evening with Nelson and it's pissing Annie off to the point where he's going to cut you off. And yeah, I mean, by all means, I'll throw you some cards and see what, you know. What do you see coming from the situation between Tash and Annie? I've got calling in a soulmate. And I've got worth waiting for as well. That's the thing, what I saw, it was a toss-up between whether or not it was that he doesn't want you and he just doesn't want anyone else to want you either, or the fact, listen, he does want you and this Nelson guy is making him feel jealous. Do you know what I mean? It's one of the bloody other. He has a girlfriend in Korea who does not want him and doesn't want to let go of her. Ouch. So I've got the Ten of Pentacles. You're so welcome, Tia. Fun fact, me and Annie have Sun in Pisces. Oh, Queen of Wands in the reverse again. He got this, you know, in the last one that I've just done for you as well. And the Ace of Swords. With the King of Swords. Listen, sweet pea. I'm giving you an ultimatum. Right. I'm giving you an ultimatum with this one. The worth waiting for card is not a reality. This is your perception. Don't forget, I read intuitively as well. And sometimes specific cards will come out for specific reasons. Do you know what I mean? So in this case, you are calling in your soulmate. And even though you kind of feel like Annie is a soulmate, you're not quite sure at this point. Stay like that. We need to keep things rational, okay? So you think he's worth waiting for, and I think that you're prepared to wait, but at the same time, he is in a committed relationship, and I do feel like that is the Ten of Pentacles. And yeah, I had a tough day. Thank you. No problem, Tash. And I just kind of feel like I hate the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Because, again, this is somebody who is extremely pissed off with the situation. So, yeah, this could be your energy, but I feel it's also him as well. Whether or not he doesn't want to be in this other relationship is it's irrelevant, because he is still committed to somebody else. And I think that's the point. And I do think that you are right, that it's not that he wants you, it's that he doesn't want anyone else to have you. And just for the sheer fact that you're going to see Nelson is going to end in him cutting you off, and he cutting you off. If he really cared about you, sweetheart, he'd fight for you. And can you answer right now, honestly, is he fighting for you? Because I think the answer is no. Again, they're basically saying we need a new perspective on this and to think a little bit more rationally. And things with the King of Swords. The Masters of the Suit, this is taking on the energy of being absolutely realistic with yourself, not kidding yourself into thinking that something's that way when really it's another way, you know what I mean? I'll throw a couple of more, but if I'm honest, yeah, this ain't going forward, my sweetheart. The Chariot's reversed. It can't. It just can't. Look. You need to keep your options open at this point. So you know what? What I suggest you do, whether or not Nelson is some sort of a rebound or whether or not he has potential, I think you should see him tonight. I think you should. And he is going to cut you off if and when he finds out. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. If he's prepared to do that, without even knowing your reasons. I mean, don't get me wrong, I never agree with third party shit, and if he's got a missus that he's committed to, clearly, he should know better. And sometimes you have to think, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe we need a new perspective on this. Maybe it is time to move on. They're basically saying this can't move forward, even if you wanted it to, even if he wanted it to. This can't move forward for various reasons. And the Seven of Cups is just asking you to keep your options open at this point, and also to cut through the bullshit, see reality through illusion, okay? So that's kind of what they've got for you there, my darling, on that one. Right, let's see. Tia again. Yes, what do I need to release and how do I go about it? Okay, Scorpio Tia. Let's get the spirit message cards out for you, Tia, because I think you could do with some spiritual intervention. No problem, Tash. Anyway, I hope your day gets better. Take a deep breath in and release it. Some deep breaths, some fresh air, and really challenge your own mentality. Thank you, Tia. Oh, have fun. That's what's just fell out for you, Tia. Have fun. Let me read it. Stop. When was the last time you had fun, Tia? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly? Something totally unlike you. Something just for the joy of it. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give your son and your soul permission to have some fun. Call up your girlfriends and get the fuck out on the town. Oh, I've got ancestral wisdom. So, yeah, seems like you've got ancestors either here in the living or on the other side that are also telling you to lighten up a little bit and have some fun. Could be an indication that these messages are coming from your ancestors on the other side. Look, I've got the Hierophant. The Three of Swords. You've got to have some fun. This is ridiculous. The Seven of Pentacles. And what's that wants to come out there? Death in the Rose. So massive changes and transformations are definitely needed at this point, okay? What you need to release is pain, stagnancy, dare I say it, even a bit of, maybe not so much laziness, but motivation, lack of motivation is what's going on here. Okay, it's like we're not motivated enough, we're not optimistic enough, we can't seem to gear us up to really look forward to anything at this point. They're sort of saying what you need to release is this, you know, meh, everything's so meh, we need to release that. Seems like you're waiting for your harvest. But I want to ask you something. How long have you been waiting for your harvest before you pick it? In terms of having fun. How long have you been sat there saying, I'll do it, that oh yeah, you know, in a couple of weeks or something, I'll do that. Or in a week, I'll do that. You know, something that, you know, you look forward to, like a coffee with your girls or going out with your girls, or, you know, going to a specific restaurant that you've been waiting to try, you know. How long's it? I just get the sense of we'll do it then, we'll do it then, we'll do it then, and then the time comes and you never fucking do it, and you're passing up on way too many opportunities there. Okay. In other words, I think what I'm trying to say to you is maybe you're too patient. I just want you to. You're a Scorpio, for fuck's sake. You should be more spontaneous. Seriously. And the Hierophant's just telling me that everything's so serious and orderly. But your emotions are chaotic, and that's the contradiction. And I kind of feel like you need to try and find some balance here, okay? There's a lot of shit that needs to end that you're delaying. There's a lot of shit that needs to give, and you're delaying it. So, in other words, whatever it is that you're delaying, you got to release that shit so that you can lighten the load in order for you to have some fun and start enjoying your sun again. You know what I mean? I think you're taking your work home with you as well. Can we stop that, please? Full stop. It's not needed. It's not necessary. Witchy world sounds like my readings. I know. I know. Oh, dearie me. It's one of them things, isn't it? Anyway, you guys, I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'm gonna go put my feet up, send Michelle a reading. Hope that my laptop doesn't overheat and conk out again. That'd be the worst case scenario. But yeah, anywho, like I say, I'm gonna get do Monday Funday. I'm just having a bit of a break tomorrow. And I'll also try and get the rest of your love bonus reads out as well. I might have to do those live on my phone. We'll see. We'll see if this laptop survives. Tia, I received that, Care. I needed that. Oh, you're so welcome, Tia. But yeah, anyway, if anyone wants a personal reading, if you want something a bit more fuller that you can go into a bit more detail on a private platform, you know, to speak to me one-on-one over WhatsApp, Skype, Facebook Messenger, can be available on just about any platform. If you want to have a bit of a fuller reading, you can either have, you know, the 30-minute or the hourly live. But I'm also got an offer on the pre-recordings. You can have a 30-minute for just 20 quid. And normally they're £28, and I've got them on offer for £20. So if you want one of those, email me. Otherwise, you guys, I wish you all the best. And we'll speak soon. You lot take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye.